Eating and sleeping. So Aries, I saw a fridge when I felt the energy behind your cards for this week, and also a pillow and a blanket. So maybe you guys are doing a lot of sleeping. Maybe you guys are doing a lot of binge eating. Looking at the cards on the board, we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is a steady increase. Now this could be a steady increase in your weight. The Seven of Pentacles adds, so it's like more sleep. It's like more snacks. It's like more food. It's a little bit more of everything. So maybe you guys have been eating a little bit more every day, sleeping a little bit more every day. So maybe there's an accumulation of, well, rest or food, and maybe this is a habit that's been building, okay? All right, let's pull more cards and see if we can figure out what's going on here. King of Pentacles, King of Cups, okay, Queen of Pentacles. King, King, and Queen. These are all the fancy cards. King and Queen of Pentacles, and then the King of Cups. This is somebody who has too much money, too much time, too much food in the fridge, and their bed is too comfortable. And so you kind of end up sort of falling prey to how nice and good and delicious all the stuff you have around you is. And then that's the reason why Seven of Pentacles, why it always adds, right? Every day it's like, oh, I'm gonna add a new snack, or maybe a new snack time, or maybe an extra nap. So there's a sense of just adding and accumulating, sort of like a luxurious lifestyle habit. Okay, let's see what's on the bottom. We've got 10 of Pentacles. So you guys got money, you got a nice place, you got a nice house, you got a nice fridge. Underneath the 10 of Pentacles, death. It's time to close the fridge door. It's time to close the fridge door and get out of bed. Because I think this is talking about springtime. 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is movement. It's getting up out of bed, moving around, getting the blood pumping. That's what the 8 of Wands is, because there's been too much inactivity, the High Priestess. Okay, let's pull Oracle cards and find out more. Tell me what else is going on with Aries. Why is Aries so inactive this week? Or why is this such a theme for this week? Why is this message so important for this week? Tell me about what's going on with Aries. What else for Aries here? Okay, so now we have the Knight coming up. The Knight is something that it always does something. So this is something you guys are always doing. You guys are always kind of going through this cycle of checking for snacks, sleeping, eating, checking. I mean, everybody sleeps and eats, right? But you guys are kind of like adding to it, and it's sort of like a habit that always continues. Maybe you guys have like to just check the fridge all the time, you know, because I don't know, it's just something that makes you feel good. It could be almost like a nervous habit, right? The hammer here is a little bit of a nervous habit. It's like it makes you feel better to know there's food in the fridge. And then with the cup here, to know that you're good, you have a cup full. Your cup is full, your fridge is full. For whatever reason, you guys you're checking your fridge. On the bottom, we have the torch. It's about looking to see what's there. And what do you do when you look to see what's there? Ooh, maybe I guess I could go for that, you know? But here's the advice. Skull and crossbones. It's time to stop just looking because it's something to do, because you're going through the motions, right? Because you're walking around the house and you're just checking the fridge because it's part of the rotation that you do as you walk around the house. So I think it's time to take a look at that and take a look at how much of your habits you've been adding to with regards to eating and sleeping and all this inactivity and like slothful type of behavior. Let's pull advice, and I'm kind of gathering that the advice is going to be to move, but let's see what we get for advice. Any advice for Aries? Any advice for... Okay, interesting. So now we have the Knight of Cups with death. This is saying death is easy. It's saying, well, don't do it or change your habits. But you don't have to change your habits if you really like something, Knight of Cups. If you're really sweet on something, if you actually really want that snack, then it's okay. But there's a sense that you guys are kind of eating or sleeping just because it's just part of the motions, part of what you're used to. Maybe you're eating 3 meals a day because it's just what you were taught, but you're not hungry for 3 meals a day. Or one of those could be a snack. You know, you're kind of going through the motions when what you should be doing is listening to your desires. Like, do you actually really want that? You should really want something. You shouldn't casually just want something in order to eat it. Or you shouldn't casually just want to take a nap in order to take a nap. You should really, really want these things. And that's the bar you should set for yourself. That's the advice here, is set a bar at, if you really want it, have it, but anything beneath that bar, ditch it. Or have it later, do it later, say no. Let's see what we get for advice from the tarot card. Any other advice here? I'm still kind of curious about the blanket. We've been talking more about the food, but I'm curious about the pillow and the blanket here, but I think it's all just tied to your habits, right? I think it's just tied to these habitual patterns that we're talking about here. But we got some cards coming out. I think these are the right ones. Got two groups. Yeah, this one's too big. Okay, so we have Neptune, Uranus, and Virgo. Again, this is advice that we're talking about here. And so Virgo is your health and your habits, specifically what you put into your body, because then that has an impact on how you look. And Virgo cares about how they look, and Virgo cares about what they eat, okay? And then we have Neptune. Neptune is both your belief systems, but also like your spirituality, and maybe even like a sixth sense, right? And with Uranus here, that's talking about intelligence. So it's like saying, pay attention to the food that is going into your body. Pay attention to the food that you crave, because that is the food that you should be eating. Virgo is also very analytical. Virgo knows what it wants because Virgo can feel all the little details inside its body. In fact, Virgos have a lot of gut problems because they kind of hyperfixate on it. And but what this is saying is really hyperfixate on the things that you're putting into your body, whether you really want them. Does your body really crave them? If they do, then if your body craves something, then it probably wants it, and that's okay. But you have to ask yourself each time, is this really a craving, or is this a craving, or is this a belief system? I'm just eating lunch because it's lunchtime, right? Does my body really want this, or is it just the clock that wants me to be eating this? It's the clock that wants me to nap, but I don't actually feel like napping. So there's a sense of just feeling, right? Feeling and being in tune. There's a sense of intuition within your own body, and applying intelligence to that with Uranus. Okay, Aries. I think that was I'm an Aries, so I know that kind of really nailed it home for me. I hope you guys got something out of that. Thank you guys for being here. If you want to see more videos, don't forget to check out Patreon. Links for that are below. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.